Now let's talk about how to mix it up when you're studying so that you stay engaged in the process. If you are focused and engaged, you're more likely to remember the information on test day. I'm going to give you a menu of ideas, and I don't expect you to do all of these ideas, but I'm hoping that maybe one or two will be interesting to you to mix into your studying so that again, your studying becomes a more engaging process. The first one that I like to talk about is the idea of having an NCLEX notebook. Now, this is really the concept behind having an NCLEX notebook is that you want information that you are studying in preparation for the NCLEX to be in a centralized location. So, I mean, this could be a spiral notebook, but it could also be a Word document on your computer. The idea is that every time you review and remediate an exam and you decide, wow, I need to look up some information here and review this because I got a lot of test questions wrong on that topic, you want to have a centralized location that you're putting that information. So for example, let's say that you had several questions that related to diabetic ketoacidosis and you're realizing I've got to review this. So you review it and you have to, when you review information, I want you to not think of writing volumes and volumes in this centralized location. I want you to really start thinking about, all right, what kind of cues would I see with this condition? So when we think about the cues that you see in DKA, we think of symptoms of dehydration, metabolic acidosis, and hyperglycemia. That's what I would put in this centralized location in this notebook related to DKA. Another tool that I think is really helpful are flashcards. Students love flashcards, and so I like them too. But I do find when students show me their flashcards, sometimes each flashcard is almost a textbook. It is so much information that I don't think that you're going to remember it on test day. I'm really a big believer in simplifying your studying and simplifying the information that you collect. So when we think about this, if I have medication cards or flashcards, I want to keep it really simple. What is the action of that medication? What are common suffixes that would tell me that I now know the category or the classification of that med? If the med ends in OLOL, I know that I'm talking about a beta blocker. What are adverse effects? Why should they call their healthcare provider if they're on that medication and they're having different symptoms or issues? And then nursing considerations. What as a nurse do I need to teach my client about that medication? So again, keep it super simple. If you have an ACE inhibitor, you don't need to know that it blocks angiotensin 2. You need to know that it's a medication to decrease blood pressure. So again, keep it simple. And one of the things that I really like at Kaplan is that we have a flashcard app that you can do on the go. So when you're standing in line for coffee, you can go ahead and work on different flashcards. So again, a super simple way to study and to maximize downtime when you're really limited on study time. Another option that I really like to talk about is viewing videos. I don't know if any of you are like me, but sometimes I'll read, a chapter in a textbook when I was in nursing school, and I would finish reading it and I still didn't understand it. It wasn't clicking with me. I couldn't picture it. I didn't really understand what was happening inside the client's body. And so I just didn't get it. Whenever I'm in that situation, I find that viewing videos helps me tremendously. Sometimes just when you view a video and they have a different picture that helps you, or they use just different words that help it click in your head what's going on. I really like to use viewing videos as a complement to textbook learning. And one of the things that I really like about Kaplan is that we have lots of these videos. We have a big library of short videos, less than 10 minutes long, that you can listen to on a variety of clinical topics. But we also have a library that has a deeper dive into different topics where the presentations are more like 45 to 60 minutes long. And what I love, this is called our channel. What I love about it is that it has both a recorded way that you can listen to these. So if you're a night owl and you like to study late at night, hey, this will work for you because you can go in and watch these videos anytime. But if you really want to listen to an instructor teach this and you want to be able to interact and ask questions, we also have a live version of these presentations that you can attend. So meets a lot of needs there.